So, Amir Albazi versus Brandon Moreno was last week, but this week is UFC Fight Night. I do believe it's UFC Vegas 100 this week. Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates. Let's get right into it, but before we do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. Let's go. We are going to do the first fight on the main card. Let's get right into it. For your first fight on the night, we have Gillian Robertson versus Luana Pinheiro. Luana Pinheiro is 11-3. Her country is Brazil. She stands at 5 foot 2 inches tall. She weighed at 116 pounds in her last win, has a reach of 62.5 inches and a leg reach of 38 inches. While Gillian Robertson, on the other hand, is 14-8. Her country is Canada. She stands at 5 foot 5 inches tall. She weighed at 116 pounds as well in her last win, has a reach of 63 inches and a leg reach of 35.5 inches. Based off of these stats, there's quite a bit to factor into here. A 0.5 reach advantage for Gillian Roberts, not much there. A 1.5 leg reach. Again, these two stats are fairly close, so there's not much to go off of here except the leg reach you can go off of. 1.5, that's not too bad. When it comes to height, it's a 3-inch height difference, with Gillian Roberts having the 3 inches. Records, Luana Pinheiro has less losses, less wins. Gillian Roberts has more wins, 3 more wins, and a lot more losses. Country doesn't matter, weight again doesn't matter. Not much to go off of here really, I should say. But let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. With Luana Pinheiro having an 18% KO TKO, 45% submission, 36% decision, with an average fight time sitting at 10 minutes and a knockdown average of 1. While Gillian Roberts, on the other hand, has a 14% KO TKO, 64% submission, 21% decision with an average fight time sitting also around 10 minutes with a knockdown average of 0. Based off of these stats, they both have knockout power, they both can knock out their opponents, but they both strictly go for grappling. They both have a lot of submissions, although a lot of Gillian Roberts' wins are coming by submission. A few of Luana Pinheiro's wins are coming by submission, but it's nearly equal to the decision wins. The decisions and submissions are a lot closer for Pinheiro, and KOs and TKOs are a bit more for Pinheiro too. Based off of these stats, how do I think this fight should go? I believe it could be a coin toss on the ground, just based off of these stats. I believe that Pinheiro could probably secure out a decision win here, or Gillian Roberts might get a submission. But if it goes down, it depends on who takes control and who can do more on the ground and on the feet. I feel like if Luana Pinheiro works on the feet quite a bit, and then takes her down and gets control there, or just keeps it on the feet and has control, she will win. Same with Gillian Roberts. She can control, I'm going to say the grappling at least. If she can control a lot of the grappling, do a lot of work down there that the judges can score, then she'll probably win either by a submission or a decision win. But let's move on to significant strikes to see how they've got it done on the feet in their previous fight. With Gillian Roberts having an average of 3 punches landed per minute, a 48% significant strikes, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute as well, with 56% defense, while Luana Pinheiro, on the other hand, had an average of 4 punches absorbed per minute, 40% significant strikes, and a 4 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 63%. Based off of these stats, Gillian Roberts had the worst defense. She absorbed less than Pinheiro though. She had the better significant strikes, but had a little bit of a worse output than Luana Pinheiro. I feel like for power, you'd go Gillian Robertson. Luana Pinheiro had the better output. She shows that she can absorb quite a bit, but that's not good. You don't want to absorb quite a bit. And she has fairly good defense. So I think Pinheiro should use her defense and try and keep it on the feet a little bit. Try and make it a little bit of a striking match. While Gillian Robertson should try and work on the back foot, trying to force her in to get the takedowns, or maybe work on the front foot, force her up against the cage, and then get the takedown there. But let's move on to the grappling to see how they performed in the grappling in their last fight. With Gillian Robertson having an average of 3 takedowns, a 42% takedown accuracy, a 41% takedown defense with an average of 1 submission, while Luana Pinheiro, on the other hand, had an average of 2 takedowns, 33% takedown accuracy, 63% takedown defense with a submission average of 0. Basing it just off of the grappling stats, I mean, they did fairly well. They both near enough got the same takedown average. Gillian Robertson had the takedown accuracy going in her favour, but Pinheiro had the takedown defense in her favour, but submission average is Gillian Robertson as well. I think Robertson should try and get this taken down, and Pinheiro should try and avoid getting it down. Not completely. I feel like she should mix it up a bit, get it up, get it down, take control, tire her out, get her on the feet and work her on the feet. Putting all the stats together though, I think Luana Pinheiro should try and keep it on the feet as best as possible, try and get the striking, try and obviously mix up the game plan a bit, do get her down, tire her out, but get back up and work her on the feet. While Gillian Robertson, on the other hand, I'd say she should probably keep it, try and get it down as best as possible, break down Pinheiro on the ground, tire her out, and if you need to, strike a little bit. But do a lot of work, do a hell of a lot of work on the ground if you're just going to go for the groundwork. Because that's what we don't see a lot of in MMA. We see them get taken down, but not a lot of them really take control there. They occasionally land like 1 or 2 hammer fists that ain't too significant. You need to work a lot when you're on the ground. There has to be, comparing it to the feet, you have to do a lot more. You have to do basically 10 times more work than what you do on the feet, on the ground, for it to count for the judges to be amused. So I think this could be a tough one for Robertson, because she's going to want to try and get it down. She's going to want to try and take control. And I think Luana Pinheiro should probably try and keep it on the feet. And I think Luana Pinheiro could probably win because of the feet work. But we'll have to wait and see. The grappling might go into Gillian Robertson's favour, or maybe Pinheiro can keep it on the feet. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins, and how do you think wins? Apart from that, I will catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.